Hey, how's it going everyone? Today we are going to talk about an exciting way to gather a bunch of credits, and it's a brand new way to do it. So what we need to do is open up the map here and we need to locate the Sol system. Once you have arrived over here, we need to then locate Venus. The interesting thing about Venus is that there's a vendor here that we can locate and actually sell our items instantly and be able to refresh the vendor's money quickly as well. Now, to be fair here, you can land anywhere on the planet, but the problem is that the vendor is quite hard to find sometimes. I had to land multiple times in order to find the correct vendor, because what can happen is that you can actually locate a structure that has a bunch of bandits on it, and you don't want to obviously fight one because you're trying to go towards a place where you can sell your items. So as you can see right here, we have Venus, and I'm just going to pick a random spot to land. This is what I would suggest, and then you want to open up your scanner and start scanning the surrounding area. The reason for this is, again, we want to locate the structure. This icon is more of a dome-shaped building, and it sort of has a flag on it. And what you're going to do is just travel towards this general area, and if by any means it's a location where there's some enemies, you do want to avoid the enemies at all costs, because we're trying to make sure that we find the vendor only. So as you can see on here, I've located the structure, so now I'm just going to look around and make sure there's not any other locations nearby that may also be structures. So now that I've arrived at this location, it's the civilian outpost. This is exactly what you want, and what we're going to do is now go straight forward. We're going to then go inside, and what's interesting about this is I was actually able to phase right through the doors, which was pretty cool for video purposes especially. Here's the vendor, and all we're going to do is talk to him. Well, at least I'm going to talk to him to show you that this is a vendor, and there's going to be obviously his items on the left side and some of the items that we are going to be selling here soon. What we need to do next is that we need to go up in the sky, up in space. But before we do that, we also need to make sure that we create an outpost nearby. The reason for this is because it's going to make things a lot more convenient and should speed up the process of selling the items that we are going to be duplicating here soon. Now, this next step is not necessarily needed, but honestly, you might find it a little bit easier to do this, because what you can do is spawn down with your ship, and then you can go in and grab the items that you're going to be duplicating. What we need to do next is we need to go up in space, like I just mentioned a few seconds ago. We are going to either locate a bandit or some other ship. We want to take away the engines, and we also want to dock the ship. If you've guessed it, yes, we are doing the duplication glitch. What we're going to do is, for those that are new to this, we are going to go inside the bandit ship once we've docked, and then we're going to go towards the front, and all we want to do from here is wait for the engines to repair itself, which is not going to take too long, to be honest. Also, depending on the ship, it might repair itself faster, so that's just something to think about. The engine has now repaired. I'm going to open up the menu here, and we want to locate somewhere in the system that has a star station. This can be either Deimos, this can be the key, all sorts of ones, right? The one that I will be using in today's video is not going to be the clinic, but I'm going to be showing you an example of what you do not want to do. I would highly recommend one of the other areas except for the clinic, because let's say that you have docked, right? And you go up here, and we are going to view our ships like we typically have in the past. We're going to go over towards Frontier and quickly make it our home ship. You should hear some sounds as if the ship is about to lift off. If you time it just right, you should see this right here, where you go between fading in and fading out, or possibly a bright light may show up. And when you look up, you're going to see two options, board and cockpit. Just click cockpit, then board, and go inside. What's cool about this is now we have made this our ship. The only issue is that, well, there's sort of an issue, because when we try to sell this ship, what's going to happen is that it's going to cost us to buy it back, and we do not want that. This is why I recommend one of the other star stations, because I believe this is the only one, as far as I'm aware, because I've done multiple tests on different ones, is that this one right here does cost. Next, once you have chose a location to make your ship, this could either be the Key, Eklund, or it could possibly even be one of the other locations like Deimos. For example, I have Stroud, so what I'm going to do is then go to the top here where it says I want to look at your ships basically, and we're going to go over towards the far right. Then from there, swap over to buy and then sell. We are going to sell the ship, go back over to buy, and just constantly swap back and forth like so. This way we are going to sell the ship, buy the ship, and just constantly doing that. What's going to happen is all of the loot from the clinic, well, excuse me, because we're not going to do the clinic, we're doing the Stroud. So all the items from the Stroud is going to duplicate multiple times when you buy and resell it. So pretty much just do this constantly, and you should see all those items in the mass as I just showed a few seconds ago. What we're going to do now is open up the map, locate Venus, and fly directly back towards this location. Again, we have the outpost, and I also will be showing something here soon because not every outpost is going to look the same. What you're going to see here now is going to be the cargo hold. I'm going to take all of the items, and then what I want to do now is head straight over towards the destination. Let's say that you're wanting to sell pretty much any item, right? Let's say that you're not even doing this duplication method. What's cool about Venus is that you can sell a good portion of your items and instantly reset the vendor within 1 hour in game, of course, right? So I'm going to sell all the items that I currently have until I cannot sell anymore. Then I'll exit out of the dialogue. I'm going to go towards the left side here, locate the seat. We're going to sit down and we're going to rest or wait basically for 1 hour. 1 local hour. So just click E, get out of the chair, and then head towards the vendor once more. Then what you're going to see here is something pretty cool because the vendor's items and the everything at the top has reset. So you can resell your items, you can purchase some more items, you can do pretty much whatever you want. Rinse and repeat this as much as you like, and you'll have so much credits that you really do not need to worry anymore. And yeah, there's other spots where you can essentially grab unlimited stuff, like at Stroud, right? There's that unlimited chest. But for this, let's say that they have patched those methods. This right here is going to give you an alternative way to sell some of your loot once things have been patched. Because I guarantee you, it is Bethesda, they will eventually fix some things. It just takes time, right? And so when it does happen, at least you're going to be prepared. And I think that's the best situation that you can actually kind of expect. But honestly, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I will reply back within the first hour or two. And most importantly, thank you all for supporting the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video.